Billy Big Balls here, episode 6, with Mason X. How we doing, Mason?
What's happening, Bill?
All J, bro?
All good, brother, yeah. I'm Mason X. I'm an artist, a Dublin artist, do you know what I mean? I had to put that out there.
Oh, G.
Yeah, no, we don't do any of that gangster rap. We just be ourselves, just talk, just
gangster rap,
just
man,
having fun with it, do you know what I mean? Because we're not gangsters. You know
Gangster rap is America. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
They
100%.
have real gangs over there. You know what I mean? This is Dublin. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
do you know what I mean? So
it's just a few blokes that are into blading, talking about stuff that they done growing up or whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
no, we just have fun with it. Like we set like sometimes not funny, but like just more relatable. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
More relatable to things like R&B, pop, obviously the hip hop side where you do that drill stuff. But we don't talk about like slicing people up. Do you know what I mean?
Look at here. You know what I mean? It's like it's a bit of music, like, you know.
Yeah.
But that's what happens. Like some people start rapping and they think they're playing gangsters, you know, and end up something happens to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
But would you be into gangster rap or would you be into just?
Yeah, I'm into all sorts of music.
Do you ever listen to Onyx or anything like that?
I've heard of Onyx. Yeah, I know the name. I know the name. My mate Scaldy, he's another rapper. He listens to all that old boom bap kind of rap.
Yeah,
which, I mean, he's been to Onyx gigs and all. You know what I mean? So
Onyx are playing. They're mad. They're like DMX kind of, you know, real raw, real rough and ready. You know, you can picture them punching the head off you while they're rapping the song. You know what I mean?
My mate was only telling me when he was at their gig, they were performing. I think they were performing in the Button Factory.
Yeah.
And because it was the room wasn't even sold out. Like the room was like only like half full.
Yeah.
In the Button Factory, and my man was like, "Yeah, well, I ain't performing my hit songs. I have this hit song and that hit song, and I'm not gonna be performing this in front of this shit crowd." And that, and he just fucking walked off.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. But the Americans, you know what I mean? You know what they're like, you know? They're fucking like, yeah.
Yeah, no, that was the story that he told me anyways. Like that was there was something around the edge of that. Sorry if I got it wrong, Scotty. Yeah, but that's where I know the name from, Onyx. Yeah, but I've listened to NWA. Like I love NWA. Like that's what I was first introduced to. Like my dad, he showed me that when I was a kid. I was about 8 years of age. Listening to NWA.
Man, get the real shit into you, you know what I mean?
Down to my uncle's got me and say, "Mason, Rap Easy is part of the show, Compton there. They fuck the police and all." Do you know what I mean? So I'd be there 8 years of age, rapping bleeding. Easy and my uncle's bleeding kitchen, like. And
well, I'll tell you one thing, you could be doing worse, you know what I mean? Easy, like, he's a bleeding legend, you know?
That's who my main rapper would be. Like, I know everybody has like that Eminem and that 50 Cent, but Easy is the one for me, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, I have to say, I do like 50 Cent myself.
50 Cent, yeah, I love him.
I'd be blown around in the van with the bleeding sounds pumping in, you know what I mean? Fucking
I'm a motherfucking PIMP.
100%, you know what I mean? If I can't do it, nobody can. You know that great tune, you know?
Yeah,
fuck's sake,
that's a belter.
But like, But, so, and what do you do other than, do you do anything else other than rap, you know?
We do a bit of voluntary work. Now I was doing a job where I was window cleaning and all doing that, but my main focus on what I wanted to do was to do youth working.
Right.
So I called up a youth centre. I don't know if to say their name or not, but I called up a youth centre and was like, "Look, I want to do voluntary work." Did like right, dropped down, went down, gave me the forms for the guard event forms, all that kind of stuff. Done all that, got all through.
Did you pass it?
You passed it, yeah. Thank God.
Happy days.
Yeah, thank God. But yeah, then a few weeks on behind, they asked me to do like a tri-pairship course. So basically, that was me foot in the door to have me a certificate behind me to do voluntary work, and then another step, because I have the guard event done, like I'll be able to not go through that again. I'll just be able to get straight in, and they put me in with like a group of kids, and then they had me there for 3 weeks. I done a talent show with the kids. I had them doing music.
Yeah.
I told them like I do a bit of rap, and they were like, "No, we're not having that." So right, grand. I play a bit of guitar as well.
Yeah.
So I brought the guitar down, had them sing a Stand By Me, and I was thinking like they were saying do one song, but then the kids kept asking me, "I want to do this song, I want to do that."
Yeah.
So I said, "You know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna set up a talent show." Do you know what I mean? So I set up a talent show. On the last day, I was volunteering, and the parents came, the kids were all getting ready and all the kids were like, I want to get dressed up and all. I was like, you do whatever. Do you know what I mean? You're being you. Because when I was growing up in the youth centre, like we had youth workers telling me that you can be what you want to be. Yeah. And that's what had me being the role model to the young kids now that I worked with. Like they loved me. They were loving the music and all that. So they done that talent show. I said to them, we're gonna have a pizza party. Had the pizza party. The parents were crying. They were proud, and the workers in the place. All the kids were saying, "Can Mason stay? Can Mason stay?" All the year. I had a meeting with the manager, and she was like, "Come back for the summer project." And and I'm going to college in September, so I'll be doing youth work and community development in Liberties. So while I'm doing that, I'll be still able to volunteer with them. Because of how much of a good job we done with the talent show and stuff.
Yeah, I know. Here, listen, fair play to you because what old are you?
I'm 23.
23, you know what I mean? When I was 23, man, I was a fucking wreck. Man, I'm telling you. What the fuck, stop. 23. Would have been just after the rave saying, I would have been a smackhead, man.
No, man.
100%, you know what I mean? Like, fucking... So, like, hats off to you, man. You know?
No, because...
Like, youngsters nowadays seem to have their heads screwed on a little bit better, you know? Yeah. When I was a fucking... It was a fuck up. Total fuck up, like, you know what I mean?
Well, look, we're all like that listen, one stage, you know what I mean?
That's why I'm going to start telling in different parts of the show, well, not this show, you know, as we go on, I'm going to fucking tell story of where I am, where I came from, and where I am now, you know what I mean? Yeah. Because, like, if I could stop anybody fucking taking drugs, man. Yeah. Happy days, you know? Yeah. You might listen to and even not. People that are stuck in a fucking rut now and thinking, drugs, that's all I know, that's all I can do. Man, no way, man. There's loads of blading shit out there that better, you know? Yeah. I remember one time I was blading, I met a bloke, right? I was at the being on the blading, he's at the being in rehab, this fella, right? Yeah. And I met him there one time and he says to me, I'm out of rehab blading 3 weeks, man. What do you do? And I says, what do you mean, what do you do? And he goes, what do you do? Like, I'm blading, I'm lost, you know what I mean? I don't know what to do, you know? I thought it was something else, like, what do you do? Like, drugs, and he was like, he says, I'm going to go back on the gear. And I was like, for what? And he goes, because it's all I know. I know people like can fucking meet up and go. I says, but they don't. I says, you know what to do? Go to the gym. Go to the gym for a week or two and see where. And then I met him months later and I says to him, how are you getting on? Grand. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't go.
He took that advice, didn't he? Like,
he went to the fucking gym. I went and done something fucking different, you know what I mean? Yeah. Because when you're on drugs, that's all you know is drugs. Yeah. Right? You're either fucking on them, you're looking for money to get them, you're looking for them themselves. Yeah. You're fucking constantly bleeding on it, you know what I mean? Yeah. And when you get off it, you don't know what to be doing with yourself. Yeah. You're like, you have all this freedom and you're like, what am I going to fucking do? Because everybody you know is on drugs. Yeah. Now,
funny enough, like there's a place that we go to, Crinan U Project, it's called, yeah. Right. And so basically, that's basically a service for young people because obviously, like the drugs nowadays are getting a bit more hectic. Do you know what I mean?
Crack and all that.
So even with that, even with the party scene, like it's more coke now, isn't it? Like so this place is for like teenagers from 18 up to 22 years of age, and if they have a problem with being on like tablets or coke or any sort of drug and they wanted to get taken off it, you sign up, like you do like an application, and then if they accept it, you go in. Yeah. And basically what they do is they do key work assessments with you to see how you're getting on and stuff like that. They do urine tests and all, making sure like when you go back every week, like they're checking on you and stuff. But then not only that, you have your key working sessions, but then you have support groups for the people in the same age gap. So then they'll do like one week they'll do like a check-in of like how do you feel like, between 1 to 10, and you say like an 8, what's your favourite animal? They give you a favourite animal or TV show or whatever, and then they break on in with your recovery. But then the following week they could have a thing of saying like, right, we're going to bring you out to a beach, and then they'll show you like how, instead of, if your head is wrecked, and you know the way drug addicts, like when the head's wrecked and if they try and get off stuff, they go back to doing the stuff again.
Yeah, they go back to your old ways.
Old ways. Yeah. But these will help you, like you don't need that. You can go out cycling, running, join a running club, go to Portmarnock Beach, listen to the waves if that calms you down or whatever. They do so much for you, do you know what I mean? But that's where I go, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, 100%.
Crinan Youth Project. And
Shout out.
yeah, Crinan Youth Project, shout out to you, yeah. But they're deadly. Like, they are deadly. Now, with me, I wasn't a heavy drug taker or like a drinker or anything like that. It was just I was in a hostel at the time.
Yeah.
When I needed the help with them, and when I was in the hostel with them, when I was doing gigs and stuff, I went around like Ireland with my mates and all. We done a bit of electric picnic in like a small tent and stuff.
Yeah.
And we'd just go down, we'd drink, and we'd literally like my other mate Craig, he wouldn't touch a drug, he just drinks. But like I'd go down and I'd be just snipping coke or whatever, or someone has like ears or something, we'll just taking it, like, do you know what I mean? Now I haven't taken it around me mates, but I have before. In my own time at festivals, do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, look at here, listen, you know.
But like, yeah, no, I used to be on the coke and all, and then I wouldn't be on it for like 2 days or 3 days to 4 days bender, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some days, like, sometimes we'd be go back from the gig, having at the party, we'd be up all night. Do you know what I mean? I'd be up through like the whole day.
The thing about coke with me was like I was all or nothing, you know. Like if I'm taking coke, I'm taking coke 24/7. You know what I mean?
No, that wasn't me though.
You know, I mean, I used to be walking in the building site, man. You know, to be left me in the gaff on my own to smash it up or whatever. You know what I mean? I'd be in there sniffing coke, driving home, getting. You know,
it's mental.
It just like.
Yeah.
I haven't touched coke in about 15 years. I'm not no interest in it. It doesn't do anything for me.
I got away from it.
It's a bleeding. You know what? It's the most depressing bleeding drug out there.
Yeah, I got away from it. Like
You know what? Listen, I know there's loads of youngsters probably on. You know, thinking like stuck in a rut doing coke. You know.
Yeah.
What the hell? Listen, man. There's a great life out there.
Yeah, there's more to it.
There's fucking more to fucking
there's more
life
to
than
it.
drugs. I know some people like whatever, you're at a party or doing whatever, you know what I mean?
It just happens. It just happens
sometimes.
Do you know what I mean?
You know what? Cocaine's one of the most fucked up drugs when you think about it, right? It's the only drug that you want to give everybody.
Oh,
if you buy a bag of weed, you know what I mean? You go home and smoke a joint. You're in the club, you have a bag of coke. Hey, are you coming in the jacks here? Here,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Everyone's giving it away.
I think I've only paid for coke like once or twice.
I paid for it with a lot more than money.
Like after gigs, like we go back to the gaff and people are like, oh yeah, do you want to do that?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, no, but like the reason how I end up doing it was my mate's birthday one night and we were gonna have a game of spirit pong. It's not beer pong, it's spirit pong, really. Yeah. So basically we'd have like vodka or whatever. So I bought him a big whiskey, yeah, and I bought myself what was it? Absolute lime flavoured vodka. And I was like, right, lovely, I'm going to have this. You know what I mean? I'm going to have this and be chill with it. You know what I mean? Because this is when I didn't do it and I used to just drink.
Yeah.
When I was gaffing, there was a few of them there. Mate, you want a game of spirit pong? Yeah, I filled up the cups wrong, didn't I? I filled them all like near up to the brim and all and nearly poisoned myself. So his girlfriend was like trying to like sort it out for me. She was like, you're going to just have to just go with it because we can't keep mixing around. So I was like, grand, go on. Every shot he took, I had to drink, bang, I miss. I drank all my drinks. I missed all the time and he got all the cups all the time. I necked him. So then I think the drunk hit me. Do you know what I mean? Where I went for the smoke at the window. So I need to go to the jacks, do you know what I mean? Just go for the slash. And I went for the slash and I was in the jacks and I just feel everything just spinning. I said, the first thing I came to my mind was, never done it. I was like, does someone have it? Does someone have coke? Does someone have coke? And one of them was like, yeah, here. Then I took it. And I was like, would I be grand after this? And they were like, yeah, you'd be grand after. You'd be just back to normal. Done 2 whacks. It was grand. Everything started spinning. Everything. And then the more I went on throughout the night, I was like, this is actually a buzz started going on it then. But it wasn't on it every weekend or all the time. It was when any time I drank. Yeah. I was going on it.
Yeah, that's what we discussed out here with Alex, you know what I mean? Alcohol is the demon.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's what happened to me. I had to give up. When I gave up everything, right, actually, to be honest with you, right, after I was off everything for years, I only started getting into coke. I was working on a building site. I was making a fortune. I was working with these blokes and Blade and Clondalkin, you know? And we used to be going out with the way they'd be going out, you know, and they'd be saying to you, hey, buzz out with us now, we're going out, blah blah blah. Give me a bit of coke, start doing it. That was it, man. It's one of them yokes that
just takes over,
takes over, man. You're out doing it all the time.
And what I kept saying to myself was that, like, now my mate isn't a drug taker, do you know what I mean? So when that first night happened, he was like, just don't go back to it again. And then I was like, it's actually a good buzz. Like, I'll do it. And then the next one we drank, I was like, I'll just do it once. Then I'm like, I'll do another one, and then I'll leave it at that. And I'm going then all night then, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then every time I drank, I kept leaning towards it. Do you know what I mean? And then it just got to the point then where after like the year that two went by, only there, the start of last year. Yeah, it was start last year. I rang up Crinnan and was like, I need help, because any time I drink, I'm on it all the time. Yeah. So the way I done it was I just stopped drinking altogether.
Yeah, I know. That, like I say, when I was playing national, that's what I had to do. I had to stop drinking, because when I was every time, man, fucking that's what happens when you're popular. You know what I mean? Can't help. I'm so sorry. But when you're fucking, you have to sniff. You're just bleeding. You're drinking all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then when you stop drinking, I'm telling you, about 2 or 3 weeks, you're a bit fucking ropey. After that, bang. Like alcohol now, you know, I might have 1 or 2 drinks a week. Yeah. Yes, last night I went out. I had 3 pints of Guinness. In bits I was. In bits.
But that's
this
the thing,
morning
like,
I woke up and I was like,
the Guinness
I woke
farts.
up this morning, right, and I says, lovely, it's Saturday. Happy days. And then I thought, bollocks. It's only Thursday at the podcast, right? And then I was like, fuck it anyway, right? So I'm driving around in the car all day, and the van all day, right? And I was thinking to myself, lovely, thank God it's Friday. So I was like, what the fuck are you on?
That was
like, you know what I mean? Yeah. And this is before I even got home, so I wasn't on any kind of fucking...
You need a bit of coke.
Yeah! 100%. Yeah, I know it's going to tell a story, right? Do you ever hear of a thing called Naffin?
Naffin? No.
No?
They've called different things.
They're all scutting.
Yeah, on the lullies.
Scutting on the lullies. Yeah, right? Well, we called it Naffin, right? But years ago, right, we were down in Rings End, and we were all playing. We were all fucking. It was a Wednesday or something. We used to get a half day in school on a Wednesday, right? So we were all there playing, waiting for the naff. So a truck came around the corner, right? It was like had a container on it, but there was a big back on it, right? So we all jumped on it. Lovely, getting on it, right? This bloke in Peer Street, right, running up behind it, about to get on it. Fella that was on it with us came about in the chest, right? The man goes back onto the road, right? Bang onto the fucking thing, just coming up Ringsend Bridge, right? So we got on the naff, right? Went into Peer Street. We were acting the bollocks, we were getting on, other ones going back, and we seen your man walking, you know what I mean? And he was like, that's your man that was at the kicking him off, he got to kill you and all. You know? So I got on boy on naps all day, and then, you know, when you're only young, you fucking forget about things. So we were all bleeding, just sitting there at the gas, bleeding. The gas company, it's all apartments now there in Peer Street, you know? We're all sitting there buzzing and all. Next minute, your man Peer Street comes around the corner. You want to see what he did to your man that kicked him off the truck? He fucking slaughtered him. Battered him, right? And then a truck came along, right, with a fucking, with wood on it. And we were saying, come on, me jump on this, right? We thought it was going into fucking down Ringsend direction, right? Because your man was in the lane to turn. So we all jumped on it. Your man's getting up off the ground after getting battered, getting on the truck. The truck took off, right? Instead of turning, he went straight. And every single set of traffic lights, he was trying to kill us. I'm telling you, he was trying to kill us. Every single set of traffic lights we came to, we just slowed down a little bit. And we were like, right, we'll jump off now. Fucking take off, right? Now we're from Bladen, Ringsend, you know what I mean? You know where the company is?
Where?
Sandyfoot. Never out there in my life. We were like, we're walking around in industrial estate, Budweiser and all. We're like, where the fuck are we? And we seen a bus going by, and we stopped the bus, and we were like, where are we? And he goes, Sandyfoot. And we were like, fuck, we have to walk home, right? We eventually get home, right? And the next day, same thing, we're acting the bollocks on the truck, right? This blatant truck going down by the coal yards, going down the Shelly Banks, right? It was like an oil tanker, had the ladder on the back, you know?
Yeah.
And we were all holding onto the ladder, right? This fucking lunatic from Ringsend we'll have to do a podcast about him because he's a fucking lunatic. But I won't say his name, you know what I mean? I haven't seen him in years, you know what I mean? But he's fucking a lunatic.
Oh, stop.
He starts trying to kick me off the truck. The truck is doing about fucking 80 down this road and he's trying to kick me off, alright? And I'm like, what the fuck?
What's going on here? Like,
so the truck stops. I got off the truck, I was like, you fucking wanker, you idiot. And he was going, I was only messing with you and all. I said, if I'd have fallen off, I'd have been fucked.
Cleaned, yeah.
Right, so we're walking along, next minute I played and a car goes by. You know one of them Renault 4s with the gear stick up here, you know? Goes by, a load of youngsters from Iristown were in it. And they were like, hey, I just want to lift it on. We were like, yeah, lovely. So we all jumped in, right? And your man that was trying to fuck me off the truck, there was no room for him. And your man says to him, get in the boot. Right, so he opened the boot of the car, right, and he got in. And we're driving down the road, the whole boot fell out. Oh, your man was like that, right? He's like that at the foot, on the thing like that. And he starts saying to me, Billy, grab me. Help me, Billy, help me. And I was like, fuck off, you prick. You had to be trying to kick me off a luddy back there a few minutes ago, you know? And next minute we're flying around by the roundabout. Next minute the boys just crashed, the bleeding thing bounces into a pole. The doors just, everyone just jumped out and legged it, you know?
Fucking hell.
It's just a funny story about fucking, like, Rings End. It's like, so but your man I'm talking about, we'll have to get him, we'll have to do a show about him. Yeah. Because everybody in Rings End will know who you're talking about.
Oh, stop.
But you know, hey, I'll give you another story about it, right? There, a few weeks ago, right? I'm in the chemist in Iristown, standing there, right? And I was just standing there. Next minute, I looked around, right, and there was this bus staring at me. And I was thinking, now she looked like she was on some kind of medication or something.
The awkward silence and all,
right?
Just pure at the bus stop, pure awkward silence. Just
oh no, here, this thing was staring at me, right? So I looked at her, I says, you alright? She goes, no. And I said, I was thinking to myself, what'd you say that for? Sap you. And I said, why, what's wrong with you? She goes, you know what? I've held this in for 20 or 30 years, right? Something like that, right? And she goes, your mother's a lovely woman, and this is the only reason I've never said that to her or you. I'm like, what the fuck is she talking about? That's what she says to me. When I was 3, you robbed my sweets outside the shop. Right? I looked at her, right, and I says, when you were 3, you're older than me. So how the fuck did I rob your sweets when you were 3? What, did I crawl up? You know what I mean? And the shop is not, we live in the flats, like the shop's not just there, it's a good bit away, you know, Robinson's or something. You robbed me sweets, right? I was standing in the chemist, right, and I was like, she walked out, and I was like, Jesus, I said to your man behind the counter, I said the thing.
Any sweets?
I said, you know what? And he goes, yeah. I said, you want to up her medication, man? There's no way, and he was going, when she was talking, he says, I thought she was joking, you know what I mean? But fucking, that's just that Rings End, it's a mad town, isn't it?
I know you're saying about being in the back of a truck and all things flying up the road, but I remember being in school, right? And I was in about, I think I was in like 4th or 3rd year. There was this young fella, right? He was mad. Do you know what I mean? What's that noise going on?
Oh, sorry, mate.
Sorry. Wait, do you know what? It's probably some fucking Brazilian. It's probably, you know what?
That's a Braz on speed dial.
Braz is not. Yeah, man, we don't pay. Hey, joking me, man. Fuck's sake.
Oh, no, boy.
I barely pay me insurance for the car. There's no way I'm paying to get me whole. You're fucking joking me.
No, it was this young man anyways. He was mad as a brush. Like, he was just every time I went to the toilets, he was there all the time. There having bleeding, like, obviously the vapes came out and he'd be there vaping out the window and on. He's just on a mad one, do you know what I mean? His own imagination talking shit, like, do you know what I mean? He's like, yeah, whatever you. Next time I went home, scrolling through Facebook one day, ended up seeing, I think it was like Dublin Live or something at the time, a kid hanging off the back of a 40D bus in fingers where it goes down.
Oh, I've seen that, yeah.
It goes down the blade and the
goes on, yeah, over the fucking flyover, yeah.
Flying down. It was only the umbrella out of my skill hanging off the back of it, flying down the road, right? Everybody was saying, where the fuck is that? I'm not going to say his name because fuck that shit, man. Do you know what I mean?
But, it's okay, we can fucking beep it out. You go there, beep.
But yeah, this video, right? Next minute, went into school, these people like, yeah, doing this, doing that, no, man, people, everyone's calling him a gobshite. That fella got bleeding bullied over there. You're a fucking Asian and all your stupid
cunt. On the back of a bus?
On the back of a bus.
Ah, fuck off.
Your man come in trying to impress everybody. He was swinging on the back of that. That was me in that video. Next thing, fucking teachers getting involved and all saying it themselves. Principals and all gave him fucking. They didn't expel him or anything. They kept him in this bleeding school. Do you know what I mean? Exactly, but he was wearing the school uniform with the bleeding school bag in the back of it and all. Do you know what I mean? They were like, don't be fucking doing that shit. Do you know what I mean? They were like, what are you doing that for? Like, it was mad.
Even on the fucking thing, remember your man going down the bleeding IGB and he fell off the bleeding thing and the truck went over his legs.
Fucking hell, man.
Like, you know, we were talking about a fella on the way up, you know what I mean? There's a truck, right? And the old Bill behind the truck. So the boys on the truck think the old Bill are waiting for them, so they're all panicking about getting off, right? The thing's down about 80 miles an hour down the road, right? And one bloke jumps off.
Oh my God.
Boom, troubled in there, bleeding hula hoop on the ground.
Something like that happened to me.
And next minute the truck just slows right down. The old Bill went around the truck and everybody else just got off it. Your man panics, you know, man.
Me and my old mates years ago.
Was he out there with that smashing himself?
Me and my old mates years ago. It was my mate's board's birthday. It was, yeah. And they booked a hotel out in Northwood. I can't remember what the hotel was, but they were saying just sneak up and we can all have a few drinks and all before we go out into town to the tramline when tramline was open. And then we were like, yeah, we grand, yeah, floated up, snuck into the hotel room, had a few drinks and all. Necking away, gargling and all. Next, it was about bleeding 16 or something. My dad didn't even know about this.
Here we go. Confession time.
Necking the gargle and all in the hotel room, yeah. We said, mate, give us a smoke. Listen, we're home outside. And they all saying, yeah, we're leaving now anyways. It was brand new. Walks out the hotel. A gust of wind came past. Boom. That was it. Locked. Felt it kicked in because the wind just came past and that was it. Woke me up and gargled. Said, we're getting a taxi and all the load of us. We got like about fucking, what was it, an AC or something, I can't remember. Can't even remember this. Gets into the taxi. Said, where are we going? Well, we're going to Ashtown first and all, and then we're going to be back out into town. I was like, hell no, the trip. So my dad's going to kill me, man. I need to go home, do you know what I mean?
Well, you and Fingers, eh?
Well, Fingers, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Just when you're mentioning the places.
Yeah. I'm from Finglas, yeah, but I always say I'm from Ballymun. That's because I hung around the place.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I love Ballymun, but from Finglas, yeah.
I work with a lot of heads from Ballymun. They're mad, yeah. They're butchers. You know, if you go in and rob in their shop, right? Instead of bleeding, letting the guy, they deal with it themselves. They're fucking lunatics, I swear to God.
Funny, I was in this bleeding taxi, and I was thinking to myself, my dad's going to kill me, and I was gargled sitting in the back of the taxi, my dad's going to kill me, and I need to go home, I need to go back to... We were living in the family hub at the time, out in Drumcondra, and I was like, I need to go back. And fucking... ended up going to Ashtown, and I was looking at the clock, and I was like, oh, I'm be dead. Next minute, you get the tram line, and I said, John, what, fuck it. I'm in a tracksuit, thinking I'm going to get into this place.
Yeah.
Jumps out of the taxi, bang, got sick everywhere, didn't I? Next minute, mate's like... Can't let you go in there, like, you're not going in there. I said, I'm going to have to go home. And he said, I'm not going to let you in. And he's in a taxi. Yeah. He said, we're going to pay for your taxi home. I didn't have any bleeding money on me.
Yeah.
I said, right, get me in the taxi. Put me in the taxi, yeah. I fell asleep in the back of the taxi, didn't I? Next minute, I wake up.
I'll say, Abdul was there.
I wake up, right? And I think it was this Nigerian driver, yeah. I wakes up, right? And I was like, where the fuck am I? Do you know what I mean?
You're my friend now. You're my son.
But then anyways,
you married my daughter last night.
he's driving me home. Right? I wake up and I was like, what the fuck's going on here? And I looks up. Yeah, I'm on the Clonliffe Road. I'm on the end of it, yeah. I said, what's going on here? Rolls down the window. Feels gonna get sick again. Get sick out the window. Bang, things flying all over the place. He went all over the side of the car and all. You pay extra. It says, I'm not paying
I'm not even paying with a fare, man.
I said, I'm like, we don't know what you're on about. I said, I'm not paying you extra for it. I know where you even pay for this trip altogether. He was like, you're paying for that. I said, I ain't paying nothing. I thought you stopped and was talking to me. Yeah. I'm not paying for nothing. You might think, open the car door, boom. Slid up the Clonliffe Road it did. Not even black ice on the road.
Yeah.
Went slide up the road it did. The man kept driving. Gone. It was slide up this road. Next minute, I said, what the fuck? My tracksuit was all like ripped around. I said, the fuck's wrong with that? Your man stops. I was getting up to go back to the gap. So I ran towards the gap and he drove into the driveway up towards the gap. I said, fuck that. I ran back out the gap and said, my dad can hold on till tomorrow. I said, he can kill me tomorrow. So I'm having it now. There's only some one-way streets around like the Drumcondra. Yeah. So now I'm playing cat and mouse with your man, right? So he's driving out, now I'm going down one lane and he's going down the other. So I'm coming back up now another lane. I said, we need to get away from this fella. I ran from Drumcondra all out to Ballymun. Ran my cousin, where are you? I'm in the gap. I said, here, I'm getting chased by a taxi man here. I said, I need to get your gaff. Where are they? I said, Drumcondra. He said, what? Drumcondra? I said, yeah.
We need to get your gaff. You want to get a taxi?
Yeah, this is, all this time, it's taking boy. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning. It's like, I need to get your gaff. He said, but my man's asleep. I said, open the door, man. I said, I'm going to be on the way. Meet me at Albert College, it says. He lived up in Bladen, Ballycutters. Yeah, grand, meet you there.
Fuck's sake.
I ran from Drumcondra all out to the Ballymun Road. And I got to the slipper and he met me and he was on his push bike. Come on, man, will you? And I go back, he was like, what happened? I said, I'll tell you tomorrow, man, will you? I'll tell you tomorrow. My auntie and all, what are you doing there? I do asking to kill you. I said, hell, man. I said, tell him I'm here till tomorrow, will you? Went to bed and all, man. I said, fuck that. Woke next morning, big scrape up my leg over. I said, what the fuck, man? He was ringing me, where are you? Over in the auntie's here, man. Well, you're supposed to come back here tonight, weren't you? I said, yeah, man, so leave it.
Taxis, man.
You know what I mean? I hate them, man.
I remember years ago, we used to play in, never did it myself, no. But people used to jump taxis all the time. Used to go down where Canos is, you know, and you pull into the flats there, you know. And it's like a little walkway and then into the park, you know. Be everything, stop. You know, fucking people be jumping taxis left, right and centre, man, fucking hell. You see taxis flying around, especially where, you know, non-nationals, because it was like, they're not going to just give the money up, you know what I mean?
No, stop.
They're looking around, you know. But,
yeah, no. Taximen, they're bleeding, they're nuts, man.
Yeah, I remember one night, I was at the beginning of the gig, right in town, fucking, fucking the tribute band to the Whalers or something like that, right? I was with these 2 blokes. And one bloke, right, he was fucking over. And we were getting in and we were like, listen, man, when we get in here, calm down and all, you're bleeding out with your head, you know. And he was like, I'm grand, right? I would think it was in the Turk's head, right? But there was fuck all people at the gig, right? So there was like us and about fucking 20 other people in the crowd. So your man on the stage and we were right beside him. And your man just kept saying to him, sing that song, sing this song, sing this song. Your man lost the bleeding plot on the stage and goes, you fucking sing it. Your man gets up onto the stage and starts trying to sing, right? And we were he was fucking over, right? And we were like, and when he took the mic out, your man says to me, now, do you see how easy it is? You know, you think it's fucking easy. So we were going home in a taxi, right? And it's just me and him. The other letting another bloke out, right? Me and him are going home in a taxi. He says to the bleeding taxi man, where are you from? The man goes, Nigeria. He goes, Nigeria? I bet you're a freak, aren't you? And your man's like, why? Bob Marley never made a song about Nigeria. I says to the taxi man, right, we're about 20 minutes from Ring's End. I says, hey, I'll stop here, let me out, man. I couldn't stick your man any longer. I think the other bloke that was getting out of the taxi, he lived in Ring's End as well. Yeah. And he got out and pierced. I was thinking, fucking wanker, leave me with this going, do you know what I mean?
I remember one night, we all, I think, where were we? We were all out drinking out in the sound house. I think, well, I can't remember.
Do you ever do one without alcohol?
The what?
Do you ever do one without alcohol? Every story here is that the man out drinking, you know what I mean?
That's what I was saying, that's what we used to do, like, you know what I mean?
Well, here, listen, we want to talk about your music.
Yeah. So I was gonna go on there another taxi story there, but
you're a rapper, yeah?
Yeah.
So
yeah, no, we don't.
What's your ambitions like?
I don't even know what ambitions even mean.
Like, what's your goal? What you want to be? What you want to do? You know what I mean? Like what you building up to be?
So basically, I have 2 goals. So basically, I always have that backup plan. In case, like, now I don't care about like wanting to be famous or anything like that. I just do music because I love the fun of music.
Because to be honest with you, there's no real big fucking money. It's not like America. You know what I mean? You're like in America, you know, like you have a fucking couple of tunes out, next minute bang, you're bleeding everywhere. You know, you don't even have to be everywhere. You just have to be big in one state over there. You know?
Yeah. No. So basically, like, growing up. 15, 14, started off rapping. There was a fella called Dicey. Now Mark Barry, he used to live up a few doors away from me, and he used to say, do a rap for me, will you? And he was deadly, he was brilliant.
Yeah.
But he never really, he put himself out there, but just not as much, you know what I mean? But I used to knock up to him and hound him, teach me how to rap. So he taught me the basics and stuff like that, whatever, how to write and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So throughout the years then, I just started doing it myself, just learning how to write, and I started off freestyling even, like just off the dome, like, you know what I mean, off the head, just rapping, just, I mean, messing about and all. But then I end up wanting to be famous. So I was like, right, I'm gonna start doing Instagrams, and when TikTok came out and all, I was like, I'm gonna do the TikToks and all, and that's how I ended up meeting my mate Craig and all through Instagram. It was actually through a music video shoot, and then we ended up getting through to each other through Instagram and stuff, and kept in contact and was freestyling over the lives and stuff and that. And then you end up meeting up with him over at his house. Ended up making music over in his house, doing loads of video reels on Instagram and stuff. And so then TikTok came about. Jumped on the board with TikTok. Me and mate Craig was just freestyling on TikTok. His followers just went skyrocket, you know what I mean? 20,000 something followers he has, and people used to watch us. We started going live at 9 o'clock at night when all that Love Island was on, and we'd say, welcome back to Love Island, this shit. And people would not watch Love Island, and they'd be watching us. You know what I mean?
People watch that, do they?
Yeah, so people.
Jesus, I don't know anybody.
So people stopped. So some people were actually loving Love Island actually stopped watching and was watching us freestyle and actually just having the buzz and having the crack and all.
Yeah.
And so we were like, we have it going. Do you know what I mean? We may start doing gigs and all. I'm just cutting long story short, do you know what I mean?
Thank God for that. Fuck's sake!
Talking about music career, we talking about my music thing, like from all the way the back up to the top, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then we end up doing gigs out, and people from TikTok that watched us used to come to us and watch us do gigs, and we've done, as I said, we done the Electric Picnic down in a Trenchtown stage thing it was. We done Galway. Sorry, excuse me. That was mental. That was the Galway gig was nuts. It was packed, ram with people. Place was hopping. Living in we stayed in this gaff and I had sheep out the back and everything and all. Mad it was. Tattoo artists up giving us tattoos and all when we were gargled and stuff and all. Mental. And then we were recording music. We brought the music stuff up to Galway and was recording music up there and all.
Yeah.
And then then obviously I was saying I'm just cutting long story short with the music. So with the backup plan thing, as I said, I wanted to be famous, but then I got to the point where I was like, I don't give a fuck about fame or views or money like that.
It's not all it's cracked up to be.
I was doing it for the buzz, you know what I mean? I was doing it for the crack. Then we made Craig, I was his hype man, and he gave me like slots and doing my own stuff and all like that. So I'm a rapper and a hype man. Yeah. In that kind of sense, like, do you know what I mean? And so I didn't give a fuck about bleeding money, fame, whatever. Started doing it for the love of it then. So then obviously we had an aim of ourselves, but then we stopped doing it. And then we got back into a thing of, then we had me, my mate Craig and Keno. We came together. My mate Keno's a singer. He is class, man. Yeah. I'll show you the tunes after the show. Yeah. So mate Keno, he was the singer, and me and Craig were rappers. We went to a studio session. We only had like 1 hour. And my mate Craig done a song, then my mate Kane done a song, and then the third song was the three of us. Yeah. Had about 15 minutes left or something. We had to write a verse there and then record it and make the whole song like in minutes. Yeah. Got 25,000 views off that. We were like, what the fuck, that's bleeding dead.
Yeah, big time, yeah.
So then we done loads of songs together, but just never put them out. So hopefully down the line, we can get back together and try. I've been saying, no, we're not doing it, I want to go back doing it. Yeah. But there's something in me that wants to get back doing it, do you know what I mean? Yeah. But then I said to myself, if I don't end up being where I want to be with music, as I said, I don't care, but if it doesn't go the way that everyone obviously wants to.
Well, man, if you don't put the work in, you know what I mean, you're not going to get out.
Exactly, do you know what I mean?
And if you don't put the work in, don't be bleeding, crying about it, you're not getting any reward, you know
what I mean? No, 100%.
Will you give us my jacket, will you? Sorry, fucking, I have yokes I got out with a fella earlier on, mate.
Yokes?
Yokes?
That's not there, Bill.
Not yokes.
No, but yeah.
Sorry.
It's all good. Oh, sorry, yeah.
Where's them bleeding things? You know, okay.
yeah, I've seen that, yeah, in the story.
Someone made them for
Little.
me. Anto Shesha.
Look, all the way up there. Stop chilling. Who was it?
Anto Shesha.
Shout
Billy
out to
loves you,
Anderson.
Anto. You up the flats.
Billy Big Balls.
There you go. But if anyone wants to make it or not, he makes all stuff like that. You know, he showed me, he made a fucking a chess set. Oh, sorry. Wood, you know. But fridge magnets. So, if anybody wants any, there you go.
Go back to Billy for the magnets.
Fridge magnets.
But yeah. So as I was saying with the music thing, like the backup plan is that if like it's not that I want to get anywhere. Do you know what I mean? I'll just do it because I love it. I love doing music. I love having the buzz. So if I can't get forward on with it, I want to help the kids in youth centres.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm doing the volunteer working, the youth working, and doing the music with them. If they want to be a singer, a rapper, do you want to play drums or play guitar, whatever? Like
you can show them. You can give them
help
some kind of idea.
Exactly.
How
so
to start
I'll still
whatever,
be linked
you know?
in with music in a sort of way throughout my life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's literally what I want to do. Like I want to, if we can't get anywhere, I want to help someone to get somewhere.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll just do it because.
Oh, that's the way it is.
The
Like,
crack,
you know what I mean?
for the
Everyone
buzz.
help each other out. You know. Do you know that rapper? He's a mate of mine actually. He's fucking sound. Costello. Do you know him?
I love Costello.
You know what?
World-class
I
records.
think he's one of the best rappers out there.
Little.
He's fucking unreal.
He's
We
animal.
played a few gigs. He played with Versatile, and I was at
Yeah.
the gigs with him. I'd be talking to him and your man Bob Pepper, I think his name
Yeah,
is.
Bob Pepper. Yeah, he's a
Fucking
legend.
sound.
He's
Two
Lunatic's brother. Remember Lunatic?
That's right, yeah.
Lunatic's brother. Yeah.
Wait, I'm gonna get your man Costello. He's gonna come on here.
I love Costello. See
He's
him,
fucking class,
I
man.
met up with him and I was only starting now, as like learning how to rap and stuff. And I went with one of the lads, and he was in the wigwam, and I said, "Yeah, we'll buzz over." Just walked in, went upstairs from him. Do you know what I mean? Went up the stairs from him, and he was selling CDs. Now I'm only a kid, I didn't have bleeding money on me. Do you know what I mean? I just floating in to see him. Do you know what I mean? Having a buzz with him, and he was teaching me some sorts of stuff as well. We had a carton of Mildew, and he was like showing me like rapping stuff off the Mildew. And all these mad, yeah.
He's fucking.
And I told him, I was like, I love your music and all. Do you know what I mean? Like I listened to Geo and all as well, and like I was growing up listening to them as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was like, do you know what? Here's an album, and he gave me an album. It was the Cosmello album.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, give us a shot of that. Me and my mate went back to the Gap on the Xbox, letting it play on the Xbox, and he had a song called Ragnar of Gangster. Did you ever hear that?
No.
Oh man, he's animal. Like that whole song, he says something like, I'm like the Ragnar of Gangster, take a head off for the battle axe. When the illest in this habitat from Blanche's town to Bally back was switching up my meal. I said it was killed to let you. I don't want to say the F word. I can drop it.
Say it, man.
He said,
no fucking there,
and then
man.
he goes,
Fuck, yeah.
And then he was like, what was it? Savage. Oh, lyrically, dummies out this cabbage patch. Look, Mr. Miyagi builds you badly with karate slaps. Oh man, like shit like that.
No,
Like, do you know what I mean?
listen.
I'm actually sorry for rapping because Costello's verse there, but like man.
Hey, sorry, man.
You know what I mean? I don't want everyone being like, what's
Well,
he
here, no,
rapping
but
about?
here, listen.
But
you're being real. Like Costello, like see him. He's fucking A1, man. We like I say, we did a few things with him. We had him down. He has a clothing company now. Costello Clothing. Did you ever
Costello
see?
Clothing, yeah. The
Smokers
baseball
Island.
jerseys and all, like.
We're
yeah,
gonna get
Island,
him on. Yeah, we're all gonna have to get on here. We're gonna get him on, yeah.
Oh, actually, do you know what's mad, right? I think I have it in my gaff or my sister's gaff, and it was a Working Class Records red hoodie I got.
Yeah.
They were selling them. They were selling them years ago before they had the thing up. Like,
before he had his clothing.
his
out
big
going,
stall and that he has wherever he is. They were just obviously just going around and sending them off the Instagram page. I text up and said,
that's
50
what
quid
I
for the
was
jumper.
buying.
Give me that.
I was buying a t-shirt or a top on.
Yeah.
That's what I was meeting him for.
Yeah.
Well, see him. Yeah, he's a diamond. That young
Oh
lad.
man, he's
you know
class.
when you meet somebody and you instantly he's sound. You know straight away whether they're cool or not. You know.
Yeah.
He was like that, and see his brother, or see his mate, your man Bob.
Yeah.
Fucking sound. I met
Bob
them
was a
at
legend. He's funny.
we were down the Tree Arena. and this fucking absolute cunt that was working for Alex and all. But no, she was a little bastard. I swear to God, she was a little cunt. And everyone was going down to get their food. She goes, I don't have any food for you, Billy. And they were there as well. Didn't have any food for him. And your man Danny, you there?
Danny, no Danny.
You know Danny?
Wow, he's deadly as well.
He's playing sound as well.
He's legal.
He fucking, he was there and he was like, see her, she's a little cunt and all. I was like, I know. Do you know what she did? She did on me, like, they were calling me on the stage and she just never said that or whatever. And then she goes, oh, Billy, they want you. You know what I mean? And every gig I did with them, right, it was a fucking nightmare getting in. See how little cunt she was. I swear to God, she was a little cunt. Big time.
You know what, man?
She played
it, man.
here.
Just
She,
says
you know
how
what,
it
right?
is, and there's me
Well,
saying, oh, sorry, and all, sorry.
No, here, fuck that, man. We went up to get in, I think it was the Olympia we were playing, right? It was pissing rain. And I was with this bloke, right? And I went up to a woman and I says, you getting us in? When I'm on stage, she goes, no, I have a ticket for you, I don't have a ticket for him. Now, this is the type of little cunt she was. You know what I mean? And I says to her, well, if he's not coming in, I'm not going in.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And she goes, well, you're on stage. I says, well, I'm not fucking on stage tonight. If he's not getting in, I'm not going in. I don't give a bollocks.
Yeah.
You little cunt. And she fucking, she went missing. Left us out in the piss and the rain. We were bleeding, soaking. And then comes back, oh, I got you a ticket. I was like, you fucking cunt.
Oh,
Yeah.
stop.
Did I say she was a cunt?
Yeah.
Yeah, I meant to say
Yeah.
she was a bit of a cunt, alright, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think she got the bullet. I think she was getting the bullet
That night.
the night of the fucking Tree Arena, and that's why she was being a cunt. But yeah, listen.
Oh, stop, man.
You know what happens? You come across people like all the time.
Yeah.
They're just ordinary. Well, everyone's saying. We don't think like if you were to play in the CEO of a company or you're the bleeding cleaner, I don't give a bollocks. I'm talking to the cleaner and you the same way. Like I'm not fucking I'm not disrespectful. Like
No,
you know,
100%.
talk to anybody the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But some people get like a little bit of power and they think, oh, I'm better than you. Nah, man, you're not better than me. Getting your bollocks, you're a cunt.
It's mad. We have a song called Homegrown. It's a real how do I say it?
Say it like it is, man.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think of
Trying to
of
put it
what
into-
no, I'm trying to think of what kind of song it is. It's like a R&B rap kind of song, but it's more about me. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like how do you even like a story about even with Irish artists. So many people have their own cliques. Like if you understand me, like do you know what I mean? Like there's so many different groups of people that if you have your own group, we'll boost each other up.
Yeah.
But if we have a group and that group doesn't want to boost us up, they're just in their own little like space. So no one's helping each other. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you said that you're not better than like no one's better than me and no one's better than the show.
Yeah, man.
I said in the song, nobody's overrated, nobody's underrated.
Fuck is banging that door.
Got it.
Yeah.
Getting fucked out again.
In the song, I said nobody's overrated, nobody's underrated, nobody's above anyone's levels except for their own. Do you understand that?
100%.
So nobody's overrated, nobody's underrated. Like nobody is better than anybody. Like you're you.
We're all
do
the
you know what I
same.
mean? We're all the same.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
100%. You know what I mean?
I hate all
It's just
that.
that, but here, listen, you know what? We are all the same. But there is people out there that think they're better than you.
Yeah,
Like,
do you know
that's
what I mean?
just, there's some people are out there full of their own self and importance, you know?
Yeah,
You know what I hate, right? Say if you're meeting somebody somewhere, right? And you say, listen, I'm going to be there at 7 o'clock. And they don't come at 7:15.
Yeah.
That pisses me off. Right? Because they think, you know, I was doing a job for this hour one time, right?
Just looking at you, man.
Yeah. I was doing
You're
it.
always late.
Yeah. I was doing a job for this hour one time, right? She let me sit outside her gaff for an hour, right? Now this is mad, you'll be out, you know. I was doing a garden or something. And she let me sit outside her gaff for an hour, right? So then when I went in and was doing the work, I charged her for the hour she left me sitting outside her gaff. Well, I wasn't doing it for free, you know. She goes to me, I said, gave her the bill or whatever. She goes, no, it's a little bit much. You only started a thing. I said, no, I started at that time. I was sitting outside your house. And she goes, yeah, well, I was busy and all. I said, I don't give a bollocks whether you were busy or not. I said, you asked me to come here.
How'd you waiting?
I'm sitting here. You want me to sit here?
Time is money.
So you're telling me your time is more important than my time?
No.
No, I'm not saying that. No, that's what you are saying because you don't want to fucking pay me for the hour. I said, I'll tell you what, just give me the fucking money. I never went back to it again. She'd be ringing me, oh, can you do this? Fuck off, man.
That's it, Bill. Time is money.
Yeah, man, like, no, it's not even that. It's just don't waste me time, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
If you want me to fucking do something, I'll do it. And
I hate that as well. Like, see when we have rehearsals for gigs.
Yeah.
My mate, right, I swear, I'd say it all the time, and I still say it to this day. He'll say to me, sound check would be, say, for instance, 5 o'clock. Yeah? So, I'll say, well, Grant, we'll have enough time then in the morning to go and get me a haircut, go and get ready, and get down there for about 4:30, just to obviously have me out to have a smoke and chill out, like, do you know what I mean? And wait for someone to come and open the door and go rehearse. So then, the day I come, I'll say, are you ready? Yeah, I'm getting up now, I'm going to get myself ready and all, yeah. Now, bear in mind, he has kids and all, do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I'll be like,
getting up now, what's like 5 o'clock?
So then I'm like, yeah, right, grand, yeah, like, do you know what I mean? I'm going around to get my haircut and all, do you know what I mean? Next minute, I'm going back to have a shower and get ready and all, say, are you done yet? No, I'm just doing my beard and all, like, I got my haircut, I'm just doing my beard, and then I have to get oil.
Doing my beard? You say doing my beard? How old is he?
He's 30.
Fuck off, he couldn't even do his beard already.
I swear to God, right? And then he'll say, oh, I have to iron my t-shirt. He has this mad bubble thing, yeah?
Iron my t-shirt,
no, I swear,
he probably irons his jocks and his socks.
When you hear this, right, he has this thing, right, you plug it in, and you put the t-shirt over it. You press the button on it, and it blows up into a body shape, and it has heat in it, and straightens out.
Fuck off.
So then I'm like, when's a t-shirt gonna bleeding be ironed out in this mad bubble thing? Like, what's going on here? Yeah, that'll take the next 10 minutes now. I say, I'll meet you down there, do you know what I mean?
Where did he get this on? What's the name of that thing? T-mail, they all buying all this mad thing.
It was way before T-mail. He must have bought this thing at
AliExpress.
There you go. He must have bought this thing at Lidl or something. I don't know, 50 quid. I don't believe know where he got it from, but
fucking hell, man.
I'll say, I'll meet you down at sound check, and he'll come rocking in at about 6.
He sounds like a right David, doesn't he?
Do you know what I
mean? Buzzing his shirt, doing his beard.
He'll come rocking in and
hell.
You're having a drink and all before that.
I'm not getting him on the podcast, man. Taking him a week to get up here. Fuck's sake. Oh, sorry, I was just trimming me beard and doing me hair and washing me pussy.
I know, he's a legend though.
No, I'm just saying. I don't know who the fuck he is.
Mate Craig, he's a legend.
Well, we had a mate Craig coming on.
Yeah, his son Buzzer. His son Buzzer. I'm telling you now, his son Buzzer. But yeah, man, I was like, go on, we'll meet you down there, Johnny. You walk in at about bleeding 5:30, 6, and the big sound checks about bleeding out of it.
Does he walk in like this? Fucking hell, man.
Oh, stop, man.
Get me beard fucking... What's it? Beard what?
A beard dye.
A beard dye.
Just for men.
Just for men. It's just for men, alright. Yeah,
that's what it is.
No, that's like a man, alright. Fucking hell.
John's man, you should go get a haircut, man.
Lucky to get a haircut. We used to go to a place called the Classic, wasn't it? Remember the Classic in town?
Still on.
We used to go in there, right? Yeah, we a bloke in there cutting your hair, right? Look, they'd be looking up at he's smoking his mouth, looking up at the race, because the bookies was downstairs, you know. But there was a bleeding thing in the cage, and everyone was like, I'm not getting in the cage. This bloke was like, you see people coming out holding their head, blood all over it, and everyone, we were all sitting there waiting to get your haircut. There's 3 blokes here, and there's a bloke in the cage, and it's just a cage. It's just an
ordinary man in the cage.
No, he was a barber, like, they were all barbers.
He did all the owl lads, didn't he?
Yeah, everyone was like, I'm not going in the cage, fuck that. And the man be like, right, next, if you don't get in next, you can fuck off and all. And then you'd be getting your hair cut off one of them, you know what I mean? Next minute your man be looking at the thing at the telly. Back in the sink. You'd run downstairs to put a bet on, then come back and start cutting your hair again. But we used to go to what was it called, across the road, remember the blade? No, fucking beside the Classic. And we used to get the runners.
Oh,
Slightly imperfect.
Yeah,
That's what the runners were, right? So you get like, it'd be, say like, there'd be something missing off the runner. Instead of being, no, so like
silver shadows and that.
Silver shadows, like high tech. Silver shadow. They were the bleeding. When we were kids, they were the runners to have high tech silver shadow.
Have you seen them?
I know, I've seen a page the other day and I was like, what? We used to go mad for them. We walking around. What have you got, silver shadow? And thought you were the business. We used to go into this place. We used to go into this place. I can't think of the fucking name, but it was just right across in the Classic. And the same thing, you go in and there'd be something slightly, some bloke would now put us onto him. You go into this place, you want to buy a pair of runners, yeah? Your man would pick them up. Do you want these ones? Or do you want the slightly imperfect? Like it'd be something, fucking, just a thread or something missing off it. But it'd be like half the price. It'd be all walking around, man. When I seen them high tech there a few months ago, I was looking at them going, man, we were all mad about them. And like, Adidas fucking, remember like the web yokes on the fucking things? We're all like Oregon or something. Adidas Oregon or something like that. We were all mad, like, you know. But like nowadays, you see youngsters going around in Canada Goose jackets and all. We couldn't afford the Canada, we couldn't afford the bleeding. Remember them fucking, used to wear bleeding Lacoste or something. Remember someone broke into a factory years ago. And we were all down in the fucking Stella, you know, and they came along, they had all these Lecoq Sportif fucking tops on. Everybody was wearing them, right? The next minute the old Bill came, everyone ripping that top off, fucking that t-shirt, fucking that things in the dogger. There's all that Fruit of the Loom, remember? Someone was at that breaking into somewhere and everybody in the area, you're walking along, everybody was wearing them, you know what I mean?
I remember years ago, I was only a kid, I was going into, I think we were going to Foot Locker. Me and my dad were going to Foot Locker. Next week we were having a look at the shoes and all of a sudden I hear, fuck me, look at these, I haven't seen these in years. What was it? Reebok pumps. Reebok pumps.
We all had them.
Squeeze my tongue off it. Look at these, mate. Look at these. I'm going, the state
I
was saying the state name thing.
Remember them, everyone used to wear them, remember them kangaroos and all?
Kangaroo.
No, going mad for them, slashing your, you know. Well, yeah, look, the brands nowadays, like, well, to be honest with you, I wear Nike, I wear Adidas. I don't even know what this is, you know what I mean? I just picked it out, you know what I mean?
People call it bird horse. It's bird
house. That means fuck all to me. But I have to say, sorry, North Face.
North Face, yeah.
I love North Face.
North Face.
You know people go on about, I should get this jacket, that jacket. See North Face jackets?
North Face is the best.
They fucking last forever.
Yeah.
Look, I have a bleeding North Face jacket. I use it in the van for when in the winter. And it must be in the van 6 years. And it's still bleeding. No, it's a bit raggedy or whatever, but it
still feels brand new.
Yeah,
looks rally, but feels brand new.
North Face. If you want me to wear me top to bottom in North Face, no problem. Any brands want me to bleed wear the stuff.
Bras, anything.
Bras, knickers, shades, fucking what? Anything, man. You want me to have toys, dildos, and summers or whatever, you know what I mean? No problem, man. We do whatever.
Even the porno shop, good vibrations.
Yeah, there you go. We can stay here like this. You got to have good vibrations.
That's a clip right there.
That's a clip, definitely, man. I'm telling you. Oh, yeah. You know, anything. We do anything for anything. I will. But yeah, no problem. Yeah. Give you a story, right? Went to Galway years ago, right? It was my birthday in August. It was it was fucking about 20 years ago. But I had an old Honda Civic, right? Bleeding car was bulletproof. I'm not joking, this thing was like bulletproof, right? So me and these other two blokes, we says we go to Galway. UB40 were playing.
Oh, I was only playing them to them, the gaff.
Right,
them.
he says we blow down, we go to UB40, right? So we're being mad into UB40, growing up and all, right? So we are driving down. There's a bloke with us, right? Now, we've never seen anybody drink like this country, right? We had a crate of beer in the car going down. And we weren't drinking, we were into having a blow, me and this other bloke. Your man drank the 24 cans on the way down.
You want to say that again? You know someone a bloke going to have a bit of blow,
yeah, right? So we drove all the way, but we got all the way down to we got to Galway, right? And your man was going on, this thing called Pebble Beach, we should go down there, right? So we drove down, right? So I was sitting in the car and your man's drinking again. I was like, this bloke's at that having about 30 bottles of beer, right? Out of it. We're acting the bollocks down. He says, I'm getting in for a swim. He jumps into the water, right? Strips off into his nude, jumps into the water. And we were sitting there now, there was nobody there. Next minute, a bleeding car pulls in, another car pulls in. These hounds there over with their kids and all. The man's in the water. No towel or fuck, he's nude, you know. Throw us in the towel. Fuck off. We were standing there having a blow, laughing at him, right? He gets out of the water, everyone looking around, you know. But we went to a UB40 gig, right? Fucking mad. We're in this playing gig, right? And there's loads of travellers. The gig is fucking huge, right? There's loads played and everyone's on the muck there, killing each other. Your man stops the concert. He said, listen boys, if we don't start fighting, we're gonna call the gig off, you know what I mean? That's it, to calm them all down. They were bleeding running amok, but I tell you what, we had some session down and playing that day.
See, Galway, I don't know what it is.
It's a fucking mad little town.
See, Galway, like I've been to a lot of places in Ireland, but Galway will always have a place in my heart. Like that place is deadly. Like no one gives a fuck about what you do, where you're from, what you look like. Yeah. They don't give a fuck. They're just real polite. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Anywhere you go in Galway, they're just real sound. Do you know what I mean? They're proper bang on. That's like, yeah,
to be honest with you, you know, years ago, I remember everything you used to say years ago, like, I don't know what it's like now, but you used to say, like, everybody hates us from Dublin. No matter where you go, you up in Dublin, they're fucking full of scumbag, this, that, you know. I don't think it's like that now. I think it's like, people are like, yeah, I suppose there is loads of scumbags in Dublin, but yeah, there's loads of scumbags all over Ireland, you know.
Like, if you walk past someone on the street, like, sometimes you walk past someone on the street and say, oh, how are you? And they just, like, sometimes they say, how are you back? Or all people will be like, yeah, alright, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Don't say nothing to you. But when you're in Galway, man, Galway's great, like, do you know what I mean? Say how to anyone, they'll be like, oh, how's it going? Do you know what I mean? Like, they know you. Do you know what I mean? They have a buzz off you.
I seen a fucking, I seen a bloke from London that came over to Ireland, right? I think he's some kind of rapper or fucking probably a drill artist or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But he said, check this out, he says. He's walking down the street and he goes, alright. And to somebody, you know, going, well, alright buddy, what's the story, how are you and all? And he's like, he says, listen to this, you know, and he's like, I can't believe how happy people are in Ireland, they're so friendly and all. He says, you walk down London, you look at somebody and then he looks back at you like he's going to stick a bleeding knife in you, you know what I mean?
It's mad.
But it's like, I think Ireland, like, Irish people are deadly.
Yeah.
Like, they really are. No, we're all Irish, you know what I mean? So, like, but,
no, everyone's
it's cute. Like, you know, fucking, I think Irish people are great. You know, even here,
fucking scumbags were sound. Yeah.
There you go. Hear to hear from Mason X. Mason X. X gonna give it to you.
With my dogs in. Yeah, no, you were saying, like, what's in the pipeline, so basically, like, fucking, I'm on 2 months, you know what I mean, of getting back into it, but I'm more than likely to go back to it.
Yeah, man, do what you like, you know.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Don't suppress yourself. When we were only saying that, you know, when we were on fucking thing, everything that we were into was suppressed, wasn't it? You couldn't say, and you know, years ago where we live, like, if you said that you liked anything, and people didn't, you're gay.
Yeah, I remember saying one of the episodes,
like, that's the way it was, like, it was like, you were everything, all your emotions, like your musical fucking, we could have been anything, I suppose, but we're just too fucking stupid and fucked up in the head and taking this and taking that. You know, when I look back, you know, this is what thing with me, right? Now, everybody else is different, but, you know, people are saying, like, you know, you're off drugs, how long you're off drugs? 20 years, fair play to you, know, man, I don't take that, you know what I mean? I think to myself, I was a fucking idiot. I was an absolute fucking dope. And you know, when people are like, you know, congratulating that you're off thing, I think to myself, oh man, fucking no, congratulations, man.
You
shouldn't have been fucking on it. Yeah, exactly. The shit I fucking wasted in my life by taking drugs, man.
But look at, just look at it, right? So basically, you went through all that, but look where you are now.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's why people congratulate you. It's not like, you congratulate you. They're congratulating of where you are now. Do you know what I mean?
I get that, but when they do say it to me,
that's what you think.
Yeah, no, I get that. I get what they're saying, but I do be thinking to myself, man,
I shouldn't have been there in the first place.
Fucking idiot. I shouldn't have been there in the first place. So, it's my own fucking fault, these thick cunts, you know what I mean? But here, listen, the thing about me now is, right, so even these people here and anybody I work with don't know what my life was before it was that. Like, they only know me in the last 6 or 7 years. So they only found out there a few weeks ago that my name was Philip. And I work for these people. They get my pay slips every week, you know what I mean? And they were saying to me, isn't that Billy? I said, no. Because a letter came with something with tax for the fucking van. And they were saying, who's Philip? And I'm like, it's me. And they were like, but you're Billy. No, I'm not, I'm Philip. People just, someone just gave me that name when I was a kid. We are going now fucking acting the bollocks, says, listen, if the old Bill catch you, just say your name is Billy. No, that was it. And that name just stuck with me. And everyone, I still see the blokes, everyone just, like people I know, like years, donkey's years, your name is Philip. I never knew your name was Philip. I always thought you were Billy, you know? Yeah, like my ma's probably the only person that calls me Philip.
Yeah, yeah. Can I introduce my outfit onto the show here?
No, you just back on.
Go on here, man. Assassin's Creedy. Assassin's Creed, his name is, yeah?
There you go. Yeah, you stand there, yeah? Yeah, whatever.
Sit here, man. Yeah.
This is the... You know what? You see all these gangster rappers and all, you know what I mean, big head man. He had to get his outfit to hold his hand.
Do you know what I mean?
To come on to the show. Look at the size of the cunt, for fuck's sake.
You want me to give me a jockey back up?
Yeah, I'm fucking dumb surprised, man. You know what I mean? Fuck's sake.
Because you're the man that introduced me into the music that I'm doing now. You're the one that introduced me to, not only just to rap, like I listen to soul, R&B. I've listened to music from the 50s, 40s, he listened to me nanny and granddad's music, and then his music all the way up. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
Let's go.
And then he
had to get the record. You had to get the record player like that. You know what I mean?
That thing called the LWA.
No. But then he showed me like he showed me the Michael Jackson and all. Do you know what I mean?
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, man. A little bit of Michael Jackson. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know
Easy to fucking Nat King Cole, what?
Put a yellow ribbon up the front.
Listen.
Mainly, I went in my car robbed once there, Billy, out of fingers, right?
Yeah.
And I had a lot of CDs on it, right? But I put fucking Lionel Richie and all that with him, right?
Yeah.
My car gets robbed. So I goes out and seeing on the gears just fucked everywhere, right? Car just come down, they're checking out everything. The fucking car radio's gone. I got lashed. So the cops are going around, they're finding all this fucking stuff that was taken. But he brought it back to the station with him, the cop comes back to the gaff and he says to me, he said, can you remember what stuff was in that car? I said, yeah, well, there was like a few CDs and all that. He said, really? He said, you know what CDs they were? And I said, look, I said, yeah, there was a Lionel Richie CD in it. The cop said, we're all having a fucking bet back at the station, right?
There's no way it's his.
Got to admit to this.
Yeah.
I said, no, it's me young for this one.
Yeah.
The fuckers had best to see who was around in the fucking. Because you might have done a few cars that.
Yeah.
Okay, sick.
And that's what I'm saying. I started playing the guitar now because of me dad.
Yeah.
And I started listening to all this kind of music because of me dad. Do you know what I mean? So the reason why I do rapping and all is because I started off trying to write songs, playing the guitar, singing. Yeah. But then I turned into a rap. And then obviously I went up to your man Mark and all saying, teach me how to rap and all, because that's how I started to find it. Yeah. And then even with, as I said, obviously Andy Waite and that, he called King, whatever his name is, yeah.
Not King Q, yeah.
Who the fuck he is. But I've probably heard of him, do you know what I mean?
You fucking definitely speaks, you know. You definitely heard his song anyway.
Even UB40, when you're saying UB40 and all, he showed me UB40. He's the one that's showing me all these musicians and rappers and...
Yeah, but I'm just playing them, you just fucking listen to them.
It's
simple as that, isn't it?
That's it.
So you ground with your man down playing fucking tunes like you remember them, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. My man was mad into what's your man's name? Neil Diamond. Neil Diamond, and then Abba fucking remember that song you gave me out? I had a record, it was the only bleeding record she had in the gaff, you know that, Walk Like an Egyptian.
Yeah.
But she was into fucking what's them bleeding? I can't remember. But she was into old music anyway.
Ladies' night or something, is it?
No.
The Motown.
I'd be like Fleetwood Mac and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
He showed me Fleetwood Mac and all.
Yeah.
Like even my music in my head is warped, right? Like my playlist is fucked.
Yeah.
Because I go from listening to like
Nat King Cole.
Yeah.
I go
Elvis, the Michael Jackson.
That's what I'm saying. I go from listening to fucking Biggie Smalls to fucking
Nat King Cole.
Chris Brown, the Temptations and
Yeah,
shit.
Chris Brown. You know, I was seeing some man did a video earlier on and goes, seriously, if anybody goes to Chris Brown, what's wrong with you? And I'm thinking, what did Chris Brown do?
Bro, I'm telling you now, that fella he's animal.
Is he the one? Is he a fucking kiddie filter? No?
No, he's not. No, to be honest, situation.
Oh, he gave Rihanna a slap. Or battered her, or whatever.
Yeah.
So here, look at your man fucking, what's his name, Mason Greenwood. He bleeding knocked the bollocks out of his board and all.
And they got back with each other.
And he got back with her, had a baby, he fucking left United, went to France. He's still bleeding great in France
He's
now.
going back to
him,
is he not?
Nah,
No.
fucking, I don't know. I don't think
what
so.
it
You know what I
was.
mean? But like,
Yeah, but that's the same thing with the Rihanna and Chris Brown situation. Everyone's like, oh, he's a scumbag because he gave her a box and this and that and he battered her and all. But little did you know, like they got back with each other after all that happened and made mates with each other. No.
I just find that crazy the way boys get played and get their bollocks knocked out of them and get back with their fellas. Like, what did he come back for more? You know what I mean? Like, it's fucking mad. You know what I mean?
Just like some people are, isn't it, really?
Yeah, no, here, look, I know loads of fucking, I know loads. But,
Yeah, no.
Yeah, look at here, these still alone, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
But if I was going home, my brother was knocking the bollocks out of me, man, I wouldn't be going home.
You going home with us?
Going home at all, you're joking me, man, fuck that.
Are you gonna do your rant with Billy?
Yeah, what am I going to do with that? I meant to do my stories there at the beginning.
Yeah, story.
Yeah, do my story.
For next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so we done?
Done?
Yeah, I think we're
Yeah, brilliant.
very well.
Right,
Oh yeah.
thanks very much, lads.
Bit Assassin's Creedy. Mason X.
Mason X. This is Billy, episode 6. It's a wrap.
Peace out.
Billy loves you.